Hey, John King here of AskJohnKing.com. Thank you very much for coming out. On the urging of my downline, I really wanted to share a lot of nuggets that we have with our MLM skills. And that's something that I really didn't have. It's one thing to reach my hand out and help people, but it was another thing to have skills. And I really didn't know how that played into MLM. What I'm learning now is that everybody needs some help, even myself, and I get plenty of it from my upline. I learn things from my downline. We all have strengths and weaknesses, but I really want to be able to continue to do these videos, to really share with everyone, because I have people all over the country that we share with, and I think it's going to be really valuable. Today we're going to go through just like a role play. What I do when I meet someone, it's very easy for me to turn around and reach my hand out to somebody and say, "Hi, my name's John King. What's yours?" But then from that point, it gets a little awkward of how we want to share things. I know we're all in different MLMs, we all have different presentations, all have different ways of presenting. But I had no idea that a few things came long before the presentation. In real estate, I know my closing comes last, and it's really amazing how many people have to really, be involved to do that closing. But to sit there and meet a perfect stranger and have that icebreaker, and then start to build this rapport is absolutely amazing, because people aren't going to buy nothing from you unless we build that. People don't make decisions on information. If that were the case, then, they would Google everything and have all the information they need, and they wouldn't need anyone else. With that said, please, before we get started, let's subscribe, let's share, like us on Facebook, go to AskJohnKing.com. I definitely want to do that and get that out of the way, and then let's go back to our skills. I'm going to give you an example of what I'm going to do when I meet somebody for the first time, and I'm sitting there at the table. And, that awkward moment, I'm usually the first one to make eye contact, look over and say, "Hey, how you doing? My name's John King." Give them a firm handshake, and then I can ask them, "Hey, I'm just curious, what is it you do?" Now, those 4 words, is pretty amazing, because immediately it breaks down their walls of thinking, "Oh, this guy's going to, say something or sell something or do something that we normally get." And we can use that phrase, "I'm just curious," and we can pretty much put whatever we want in after that. And that's a lot of times what I do is an icebreaker. I use something like that, and then I can let them start to talk, and then the more they talk, the more rapport we're building. And it is a process, and this can happen right there at the table, right there with a perfect stranger. "Hey, I'm just curious about it. Hey, I'm just curious how long you've been here. I'm just curious on, how hard it is to work here. I'm just curious on, how hard it is to be up on your feet."